Welcome back to the Electrician's Tool channel. Today I want to introduce you guys to the Fluke family, or should I say my family of Flukes. I'm just doing a little video because I'm bored and I'm tired of being quarantined here in the United States. And well, it's a self-quarantine, but I'm still tired of being quarantined. But anyway, let's just get to it. I want to show you guys just my collection of Fluke instruments. I try to think about that if I have any in the shed. I'm not sure. I think I probably do. And I'm going to wind up running across it once I get through with this video. So with that being said, let me just start introducing all of my instruments to you. Let's start off at the top right here. This one right here is the case for one of my Fluke, TI-110 thermal imager, infrared thermal imager. And that's the case that comes in it. Comes with it all the accessories. And on this side is another case that I hold my Fluke 289 in, along with accessories that goes to it. That black cable right there is the data logging cable where I get my updates from Fluke to update my computer. Well, it is a computer. Update my Fluke 289. It's a set of test leads right there. And that's a thermocouple, a clamp-on thermocouple that I have that I also use this with my Fluke sometime. Right here is that's the little drawer that goes in with some more Fluke accessories that I normally use. In this bag here, I have a BNC adapter with the cable, and I have some that's on the end of it. Depends if I'm data logging, I'm connected to a contactor or a breaker or what have you. That's what I use for that. At the top up here, I just keep, let me show you, just keep some things up here like a thermocouple, some miscellaneous stuff. I have some blade fuses, and I have some extenders right here that I use if I'm inside of a panel. These would extend my reach when I'm using my probes. So that's what that's for. Now, let me move down, and to introduce y'all to my Fluke thermal imager with the 2 batteries that goes in this case up here that I was telling you about. This is my thermal imager right here. Turn it on for you. That's how it powers on. And my thermal imager with we have two extra batteries that I have purchased with it. That unit cost me a ton of money when I bought that years ago. Right next to it is my Fluke T-Pro electrical tester. I did a video on that already. Right next to that is my it's my Fluke 289 Graphical multimeter. It's a mini computer, and I love that multimeter. I don't use it as much, but I keep it updated, and I also take care of it because it wasn't cheap, but it's a darn good multimeter, and I love that multimeter. Right next to it is the Fluke. This is like a circuit tracer. It's like a circuit finder, I should say, but it's a more advanced one than we normally use, like the one by Ideal. This reaches up to, now Ideal have one themselves. It's called, I think it's the Sure Test. But this one here reaches, I think to say, now don't quote me on it, I think like 2,000, 3,000 feet. But it also would tells you, it would also tell you where the short is at, how many feet from where you clamp this on. This have some right here in the top, they have some bed of nails type, let me pull them out here. They have bed of nail type clips right here, and you clamp them on a wire, and it tells you just how far the short is from where you hooked up at. Right next to it is my Fluke 376, still in perfect condition. I try to take care of my tools, as you see. And the bottom right here is my Fluke. Let me show you. It's a voltage, a straight voltage eliminator, because this one doesn't have the low OZ function, and this will help you. This will make this unit have that function. Now, right next to it is my Fluke 87V. I've had it for a number of years. It's still doing good, still taken care of, still accurate. And the one next to it is my Fluke proving unit, my PRV 240, a proving unit. And I bought that recently, maybe about 5 months ago, probably. And I used it to test my instruments to make sure it's working correctly. And you know, it puts out 240 volts AC or DC. You test your instruments for it. If you're a person that has to rely on precise measurements and you want to know if your instrument's working perfectly, I guess, you know, I guess you could use one of those things like that. You know, you may want to investigate it. You may want to purchase one. Right next to it is my Fluke 87.3. This is the old meter, but it's still accurate. It's over 20-something years old, but it's still accurate, and it's I don't use it as much, but I do use it. I have it on my bench, my electronic bench here at the house. It's a real good meter. Right next to it is some extra test probes that I have. The ones right here are piercing probes. I use those like if I'm working on a DC, just a car battery or something. I can just poke into the cable itself, and get my reading. The tip is very pointy. Right next to it is these are the blade fuses. I mean blades. I think. Oh, these may be the same ones too. Yeah, these are the same ones, just like those. They're piercing probes. So right here is I did a video on these before. These are my test fused probes right here. Let me just unscrew one, show you what I mean by that. That's a fuse that's in the side of it, and that's by Fluke. Also, right next to it is my iFlex adapter, which goes with this Fluke 376 clamp meter. It's more like a safety, so you won't have to keep your meter inside the panel. You could, I guess, put it on the side, or I have a magnetic strap that I normally clip inside the clamp and stick it on the side of the panel or a little bit away from the panel if I'm taking a measurement. But this iFlex is more like a safety precaution from keeping you going to look inside the panel. But now, since this came out, now they have Bluetooth, and this was good back then, but the Bluetooth now is even better. This meter doesn't have Bluetooth, and I guess in the near future I'm winding up getting me one with the Bluetooth. But anyway, right next to it is my adapter, current adapter, and I'll use this with my Fluke 289 if need be. But I very seldom want to use this with that. If I need to take an amp reading, I use my clamp right here. Okay, and right next to it is some Fluke test leads right here. It's the Fluke TL27 heavy duty leads, and they're much thicker than most the ordinary leads that you buy from Fluke, or the standard leads. They're much thicker, and they're heavy duty, and they're nice too. They're very, very nice. Okay, and I've done a video on these packs before. I just laying them out now because most of the stuff in here is all Fluke. So I just showing you guys. These are some not pinchers. These are more like hooks. If I'm working on a circuit board or whatever, and I'm trying to grab onto maybe a capacitor or a diode or whatever, that's what those for. But these, that's what's inside of these rolls right here, test leads rolls, and I just roll them up if need be. The pack in itself is not Fluke, but the majority of the leads in here and the accessories are from Fluke. So, with that being said, man, I just want to thank y'all for letting me take up your time. I just want to show you guys, entertain you guys while Most of us are in self-quarantine. I know I am. I'm getting tired and I'm bored, but that's okay. I'll find something to do. You know, but anyway, just want to thank you guys. As always, give you guys another pass across here. You can leave your comment if you choose to. Hit that subscribe button also. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, you guys take care, stay healthy, God bless you, and peace out. Okay.